Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I am bringing a very interesting subject, and now here the winters are almost around. So I thought, why not let's go and paint a winter landscape. So today we are gonna do a winter landscape. To start with the winter landscape, I have done a very small sketch. So I've done a horizon line, and then I have done a sample tree. Like I'll put a tree over there, right? So a very rough sketch I have done. So let's start. Let's get going with that uh, subject. To start with the subject, I'm wetting my paper with water. Okay, so I want to wet my entire paper with water, and I've used the washi tape to tape the paper around. Okay. Okay. So the sky, I was just thinking about what to do with the sky. So I'm gonna just keep the sky very light and then gradient. Okay, very light value of this blue, and we'll just keep it gradient, right? So it will start like this and will continue till bottom, not showing much of a value. So very light value is what we have to show. Okay, so very subtle color foundation. Okay, that's it. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to show the background trees, and that we are gonna make with the help of indigo color or Persian blue. So I have a mix here, and with some violet and ultramarine uh, along with it, right? So we're gonna do background trees now. To make it more darker, you can always use paint spray, but I wanted to keep it blue, so we'll go. So what we have to do, so what I want to keep the trees, so I'm just gonna do this flicking motion. Okay, so I want to show them like they are pine trees or something, right? So in the background, but in the background. So that's what we are doing. So we have initially wet the whole paper already, and now we are gonna go ahead and then do this flicking motion. And see, again I am holding my brush from the farther end to keep it little loose. Okay, now this when time comes that we have to do detailing, I'm gonna hold it more closer, but right now I think this is good. Okay, and then you can range it also, your spikes, some big some small, right? So it has to be variation because nature is not perfect, so we can just vary them. Okay, so that's the background of this painting. Like the pine tree forest is in the back. Okay, and now on the forefront, to give that hint of snow, right, I'm gonna use a very diluted violet color. Okay, and then lay it in different places like this. So I don't want to cover the whole thing with the violet color, but a subtle hint would be fine to make sure that it looks like a ground. Okay, be careful when you near the forest, because if you just touch that line, the colors will flow down, and we don't want that. So somewhere I have blended and somewhere I did not even blend at all, because I want to keep it that way. Okay, and at some portion I just feel like you will make it darker, so I'm gonna do that. It's all about observation. So if you are not getting, I would highly recommend that open Google or Pinterest and then search for simple winter landscape, and then just You don't have to try to paint them, but just then observe. Observation is the key in mastering your watercolors. Each and every element of anything, whether you're painting a flower, a landscape, an animal, anything, right? So it's all about the detailing, and then subtle details, these minor details, if we take care of, it enhances our work and then make it look realistic. Okay, so now this is all wet and we have to wait till this becomes dry in order to complete the artwork. What I'm gonna do is, I was thinking of adding some figs here, the broken branches, right, fallen from anywhere basically, and then we're gonna make this one big tree. I will not make it that fat or wide, but we'll do a small tree and then we'll add a shadow too. So that would be our simple winter landscape. If you want, you can always go ahead and add birds on in the sky, but I just feel like this is okay. To paint a tree branch, which is a bare tree branch without any leaves or anything, I'm gonna take my paints gray. See, now if I put the color, it's gonna spread like hell because my paper is wet. Okay, and that is why I said you just wait till your paper becomes dry enough for you to try this. Okay, so I'm gonna just wait now. Okay, so it is dry, so now I can go ahead and make my tree. So I'm using my brush, I'm still using my round brush, and I'm making use of my pointy brush to make the tree that I want to create. Okay, and remember, it's never going to be a straight line because nature never took scale to draw this tree. Sorry for the bad joke, but yeah. Okay, so just have it, and then you can define your shape yourself. It's just that the more it goes up, it's gonna be like thin, and always remember the branches comes out of the tree, like it goes outward. Never draw trees from out to end. Okay. See. And you can take out as many branches as if you like. I'm gonna add a branch here as well. The branch comes out of the branch. Okay, so remember that. So whenever you are creating, this is something important that you have to remember. And it goes thinner as it goes, right? It goes out, it becomes thin and thin and thin. Okay, so now the tree is done, and I'm gonna just paint the reflection of this one on the foreground. So we'll use ultramarine blue plus violet combination. Keep it light, not too dark, and then just draw the reflection. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we will draw some broken branches here and there, as we said. Remember that your paint consistency is not too diluted. Okay, so we don't want very diluted color. So there are just two twigs lying here and there. Okay, and then just a bit of a shadow for them as well. So take the same color we used to draw shadow, and then do their shadows as well. Okay, for the ones lying, just add a blue downwards. Okay, and then just take some water and then dilute them. Shadows, right? They are shadows. Okay, and now the fun part. So winter is kind of seems like not complete, right? It feels incomplete if you don't have snow. So yeah, we are gonna go ahead and add snow. So for adding the snow, I'm using this gouache color. This is from White Nights. You can use any gouache color, and if you don't have gouache color, please don't worry. You can use watercolors also. It's just that you have to take the watercolor in a very thick consistency, and it does work. Okay, or you can use your white gel pen. Okay, so I'm gonna just see splatter it and add the snow. Okay, and now for the tree, I'm gonna just come here and add some to some places. I'm gonna just specifically put the snow because it's a tree, right? The tree branch will definitely have some snow attached to it. See how thick of a paint I'm using to do this, right? That is what we have to do. And if you want, you can just make something. So see, it's not always like they are round in shape and they are dots. No, right? The snowflakes, they appear differently. So you can go ahead and add that. And that's it. We are done. The last step that you can do is add your name in the final artwork. Right? Yeah. Proudly sign it because this is the one that you created. Okay. I am so happy as in how this has turned out. And if you have noticed, right, what I was doing is throughout the painting session I have maintained 2 jars of water, one for washing the dirty brushes and one for the clean water. Okay, so this is what you have to maintain if you want to avoid muddy colors on your painting. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed this mini winter landscape session. Comment me what would you like to learn next, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye guys, take care, and thanks for joining again.